Prior to any competition, you should do some drills and techniques to get yourself prepared. Simulate the actual bout that you would be having in a competition. One thing that people like to do is catch their opponents off guard from the start, from the hajime. So, every time you're on the line and ready to go, you must be ready. As soon as they say hajime, hands up, ready for anything. So let's practice a situation where you might need to use your counter punch off the line. So let's say both Amy and I are ready for a match. The referee will say hajime, and Amy has an idea to attack right off the line to try to get that first point. I, on the other hand, will be ready for that counter. So slowly, if the hajime comes, she's going to come off the line, but I'm ready too. Never start your match relaxed and just thinking, I'm going to take the first 30 seconds easy. It's not going to work. You need to be ready from the start. So this is a drill that you can do with your partners at the dojo. Be ready, and someone will say hajime. As soon as the hajime comes, ready for the counter. She's going to come in and try to score a point. Hajime! Hey! One thing to think about. If the distance between Amy and I is this far, and this is the midpoint, you must pass that midpoint. Don't stay on your side of the ring. Like I said earlier, you need to be aggressive, even when you're doing a defensive technique. So even if this is just a counter for me, I need to step in aggressively as well. Let's try again. Again, keep your body down, always ready, and you can follow up after too. Let's try it a couple more times. Notice that from here, I didn't do any kind of wind up. Just from here, I came into my sparring stance. There was no extra movements. Just from here, and then I was already ready for my counter. Let's try a couple more times. Good. Just from here, ready to score. Last time. Good. Also, when you're in a tournament match, you're not always being offensive or always being defensive. There's always a mix of the two. So here's a drill that you can do to get your mind ready for being offensive and defensive the next minute. So, if you're with your partner, you can start off with any offensive technique you want. Do your favorite technique. So do a technique, but immediately after, I'm gonna do a defensive technique. She's coming right back at me. Let's try again. I'm being offensive, and then as soon as she tries to be offensive back, I'm doing my defense. That way my mind is going from offense to defense within a matter of a few seconds. So slowly, I'll come in, but defense is right after. So let's try a few. Make sure you score on your offensive technique and your defensive technique. Both need to be good scores. Don't miss. One more. Good. So when you're doing your offensive technique, it's basically your favorite combination of hands and legs. But when it comes to defense, you can either go straight in as soon as you feel the person coming right back at you, or you can block and counter back. It's really up to you. For example, I'm going to throw my first offensive technique. Face, body. Now, I'm already in the position to score again. She's going to come in. As soon as I feel her coming in, that's when I'm going to use just a simple counter gyakuzuki. As soon as I feel her come in, that's all I'm doing. And that's a very good defensive technique. It looks like I'm still being offensive, but actually I'm stopping her from throwing an offensive technique. As soon as she tries to throw something, I'm countering right back. This is defense. Another option, again, starting off with my offensive technique, is if she actually does throw some kind of technique, punch, block, then punch. This is also defense. They're both good defensive techniques. So you have two options. Throw your offensive technique, 1, 2, then counter. This is defense. Or throw your offensive technique and use this type of defense. Both are effective. You just need to know the correct distance. If you're going to let her punch, you need to get out of the way and come back in and score. If you're not going to let her score, even throw her technique, you need to come aggressively inside and score. Let's try a couple. So first one, come in with fake. Now you're going to come back with an attack. Another common scenario when you're in a match is to be caught in the corner. And what do? You don't want to take the Joe guide because you'll start to lose points that way. So, if Amy's putting a lot of pressure on me, and I'm backing up, and I'm almost going to hit the Joe guide, this is a good time to blitz out with one of your techniques. What I mean by that is from a very relaxed position, giving the impression that you're not really going to do anything at all. You want to come up the line as quickly as you can with some quick technique. So, very slowly, Amy's putting the pressure, and all I'm doing is backing up. I'm not showing any signs of wanting to fight back. Just backing up a little at a time, little by little. And as I hit that threshold, as I hit the Joe guide, I'm all of a sudden going to come in with a good score. Catch her off guard. That's the key to this technique. So, this is our corner. I'm going to start a little bit up here, and she's slowly going to push me back with her pressure and with her fakes. Let's try. Let's try a couple more times. One more time. Another technique that I like to use when I'm caught in the corner is a good reverse punch. So, when someone's pressuring you, they're going to try to score a point. So if Amy is the one pressuring me into the corner, again, relaxing, just being very cautious and aware of where the line is, where the bounds are for the ring. She's pushing me back with her pressure. She's pushing me back. At some point, she's going to want to attack. And when she does, I'm ready to counter. So this is a good drill for you to practice at the dojo. That way you'll be prepared when it comes to competition. So let's practice this. Hey! Notice that I'm ready. I don't look like I'm going to attack, but I'm always ready. I'm not just relaxing and backing up with no reason. I'm ready to go, ready to attack when the time is right, waiting for that perfect moment.